Welcome to Stories of Black History, where we explore the people, places, and events that defined generations. Our mission is to educate, inspire, and celebrate the enduring legacy of Black history. Subscribe to learn something new with every story. Don't forget to like the video and click the bell to receive more Black history content. Without further ado, let's get started with today's video. This channel is all about uncovering the most powerful moments in Black history. Stories that changed lives, challenged systems, and transformed the world. From resilience to revolution, from creativity to change. Throughout history, Black communities have faced incredible struggles, from slavery and segregation to systemic racism and inequality. These challenges have been a harsh reality for many, shaping the course of their lives and the lives of their families. The weight of these struggles has been crushing at times, but it's in the face of adversity that we've seen some of the most powerful moments in Black history. Moments that have inspired change, sparked movements, and left a lasting impact on the world. The story of Black history is one of resilience and strength, and it's essential to acknowledge the pain and suffering that has been endured. There are countless moments in Black history that carry deep significance worldwide. But today, I've chosen only 8 key moments to highlight and reflect on with you. The transatlantic slave trade, for instance, forcibly brought millions of Africans to the Americas, stripping them of their freedom, culture, and identity. Families were torn apart, and people endured unimaginable conditions during the Middle Passage, crammed into ships, suffering from disease, malnutrition, and abuse. This painful chapter in history had a profound impact on the lives of Black people, shaping their experiences and opportunities for generations to come. The legacy of the slave trade is still felt today, influencing social, economic, and cultural realities across the Americas. Despite the brutality of slavery, Black people found ways to resist, rebel, and survive. Their stories are a testament to the human spirit and its capacity for endurance. From the slave revolts in Haiti to the abolitionist movements in the United States, Black people have consistently fought for their freedom and equality. The abolition of slavery was a significant milestone in Black history, marking a major shift in the fight for freedom and equality. The Emancipation Proclamation, issued by President Abraham Lincoln in 1863, was a crucial step towards ending slavery in the United States. However, the road to true freedom was long and difficult. Even after emancipation, many formerly enslaved people faced violence, discrimination, and new forms of oppression like sharecropping and black codes. The struggle for civil rights and justice continued, but the abolition era ignited hope and set the stage for future progress. However, it was the tireless efforts of abolitionists, both Black and white, that helped bring attention to the cause and push for change. The impact of this moment was felt not just in the United States, but around the world, as it paved the way for other countries to follow suit. Influential leaders like Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, and other leaders played a vital role in shaping the abolitionist movement. The civil rights movement of the 1950s and 60s was another pivotal moment in Black history, with leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, and Malcolm X at the forefront. Their courage and determination helped galvanize a nation, inspiring change and pushing for equality. Through nonviolent protests, sit-ins, marches, and powerful speeches, activists challenged segregation and discriminatory laws. Landmark achievements like the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965 transformed American society. Though the fight for justice and equality continues to this day, the movement's impact was felt globally as it sparked conversations about racism, inequality, and social justice. The March on Washington, where Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his iconic "I Have a Dream" speech, was a powerful moment that brought people together and called for action. One moment that stands out as a culmination of struggles and triumphs is the election of Barack Obama as the first African-American president of the United States. This historic moment marked a significant shift in the country's trajectory, symbolizing progress and hope for a brighter future. Obama's presidency was a testament to the strength and resilience of Black communities who had fought tirelessly for generations to see one of our own in the highest office. His election inspired millions around the world, breaking barriers and showing that change is possible. While challenges remain, this milestone continues to motivate new generations to pursue leadership and advocate for justice. In reflecting on these powerful moments in Black history, we're reminded of the significance of perseverance, community, and activism. These moments have left a lasting impact on our world, shaping the course of history and inspiring change. As we look to the future, it's essential that we continue to learn from these moments, carrying their lessons with us as we strive for a more just and equitable world. The story of Black history is a reminder that our collective struggles and triumphs are what shape our world. Continue on in this video for more powerful moments in our history. If you have a favorite moment in Black history, share it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you and learn more about the moments that have inspired you. Black history is filled with defining moments, times when creativity, courage, and conviction changed not only the Black experience, but the story of humanity itself. Today, we highlight 4 more powerful moments that continue to inspire generations and moments that shaped culture and challenged injustice. Our first moment takes us to the 1920s, the Harlem Renaissance. In the heart of New York City, a cultural revolution bloomed. Writers, artists, poets, and musicians transformed Harlem into the creative capital of Black America. Langston Hughes captured dreams through poetry. Zora Neale Hurston celebrated the richness of Black life in her stories. Jazz legends like Duke Ellington and Louis Armstrong filled the air with rhythms that moved the world. This was more than art. It was identity, pride, and the powerful declaration, "We are here, and our voices matter." Next, during the turmoil of World War II, the Tuskegee Airmen rose to greatness. They were the first Black military pilots in U.S. history, trained under intense scrutiny and doubt, yet they excelled, flying over 15,000 missions and earning countless honors for their precision and bravery. In skies clouded by war and prejudice, these men shattered racial barriers and laid the groundwork for desegregation in the military. Their courage was not just in battle, it was in proving that excellence knows no color. Then came 1954, Brown versus Board of Education, a Supreme Court case that changed the face of education in America. For generations, segregation had kept Black children from equal learning opportunities, but the court ruled unanimously, separate educational facilities are inherently unequal. That simple truth set off a wave of change, inspiring marches, movements, and hope. Our final moment begins in the Bronx, New York, 1973. A young DJ named Kool Herc hosted a neighborhood block party, looping beats and mixing sounds in a way no one had ever heard before. That night, hip-hop was born. It wasn't just music, it was a voice for the unheard, a platform for truth and self-expression. From the streets to the world stage, hip-hop became a global movement, blending rhythm, poetry, and power. It told stories of struggle and strength, uniting people far beyond the Bronx. From Harlem's creativity to the Tuskegee skies, to the fight for equal education, to the beats that shook the world, each moment carries the same spirit: unbreakable, unstoppable, unforgettable. Black history is not just the past. It's living, breathing, and still being written today. If you have a favorite moment in Black history, share it with me in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you and learn more about the moments that have inspired you. Don't forget to check out my other videos on related topics, and let's keep the conversation going. A glimmer of hope in a world remade. Imagine the world as it stood in the final, chaotic months of the American Civil War. Generations had known nothing but the brutal institution of slavery, a system that defined their every moment from birth to death. Then, with the thunderous advance of Union armies, this centuries-old foundation cracked and crumbled. For nearly 4 million African Americans, freedom was no longer a distant dream whispered in secret. It was a dazzling, disorienting, and tangible reality. This newfound liberty, however, was fraught with uncertainty. Without homes, without possessions, and without land to call their own, what would this freedom truly mean? How could a people build a future when they possessed nothing but the clothes on their backs and the scars of their past? Into this whirlwind of change and apprehension, a powerful rumor began to spread like wildfire through the refugee camps and liberated territories of the South. It was a rumor that carried the weight of a profound and life-altering promise: 40 acres of land and a mule. This was not merely an offer of charity. The genesis of a promise. Special Field Orders, Number 15. The famous phrase did not emerge from thin air or wishful thinking. It had a specific and documented origin. On January 16, 1865, following his devastating march to the sea, Union General William Tecumseh Sherman met with a group of black community leaders in Savannah, Georgia. When he asked them what they needed to truly be free, their spokesman, Garrison Frazier, answered unequivocally, they needed land. In response to this meeting and the logistical challenge of managing the thousands of freed people following his army, Sherman issued Special Field Orders Number 15. This military directive was a pragmatic solution born from the immediate pressures of war, not a comprehensive nationwide policy enacted by Congress. The order set aside a vast coastal territory, a strip of land stretching from Charleston, South Carolina to St. Johns River, Florida, for the exclusive settlement of formerly enslaved families. The swift reversal of fortune, the fragile hope cultivated by Special Field Orders Number 15, was shattered with shocking speed. The pivotal turning point came on April 15, 1865, when President Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. His successor, Vice President Andrew Johnson, was a Southerner from Tennessee who held vastly different views on how the nation should be reconstructed. He harbored animosity toward the wealthy planter class. He held deeply prejudiced views toward African Americans. He opposed federal land grants and protections for their civil rights. Acting on a vision for a swift, lenient restoration, President Johnson began issuing sweeping pardons to ex-Confederate landowners in the summer and fall of 1865. Those pardons restored political rights, restored property, including land redistributed under Sherman's order. Johnson explicitly countermanded Special Field Orders Number 15. The promise was officially and unceremoniously broken. Freed people reacted with disbelief, betrayal, and fierce resistance. They had been granted land by the U.S. military and believed their claim was just and legitimate. Many refused to leave, standing their ground and pleading with federal officials to honor the government's commitment. Delegations of freedmen wrote petitions, met with officials like General Oliver O. Howard, imploring him not to take away our lands. They argued a moral right to the land, having enriched it with their sweat, blood, and unpaid labor for generations. Their pleas were largely ignored. By late 1865 into 1866, the U.S. Army, once liberator and guarantor, was now ordered to remove them. Soldiers forced black families off their 40-acre plots. Former Confederate owners returned, brandishing presidential pardons, demanding immediate removal. The reversal was complete and devastating, pushing most families into landless dependency, forcing many into exploitative labor arrangements. It was a devastating turn. The immediate consequence of this reversal was the entrenchment of a new system of economic subjugation across the South. Sharecropping. Without land of their own, the vast majority of freed people had no choice but to enter into contracts with white landowners, many of whom were their former enslavers. Under the sharecropping system, a family would work a plot in exchange for a share, typically one half. They secured food, tools, seed, and supplies on credit at exorbitant rates, creating a vicious cycle of debt, peonage, a thinly veiled extension of slavery. Lacking land, black families had no foundation upon which to build generational prosperity. The failure to secure an economic foothold left them vulnerable to coercion, intimidation, and political disenfranchisement. White landowners used economic power to control votes, suppress organizing, and enforce white supremacy. The dream of independent farming was replaced by poverty and powerlessness. The feelings of betrayal ran deep and would linger for generations. Though short-lived, the phrase 40 acres and a mule echoed through history as a metaphor for broken promises. Invoked by activists, scholars, and everyday people, it signaled that political freedom without economic justice is incomplete. The long-term effects are stark and measurable, visible even today in 2025. While millions of acres were granted to white settlers via the Homestead Act, land was taken from freed slaves in the South. That divergence forged a racial wealth gap affecting housing, education, health outcomes, and political influence. Thank you for watching. If you learned something new today or want more powerful stories from stories of Black American history, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Your support helps keep these stories alive. The Harlem Renaissance, a time of great change, a time of great art. In the heart of New York City, a neighborhood became a crucible of creativity. Harlem, a haven for Black Americans, was bursting with new life. The 1920s and 1930s saw an outpouring of art, music, and literature. This was the Harlem Renaissance. This period was a defining moment in Black American history. It was a time for Black artists to express themselves. They shared their experiences, their joys, and their struggles. The Harlem Renaissance was more than just art. It was a social and cultural movement. This movement had a profound impact. It gave a voice to the voiceless. It challenged racial stereotypes and prejudice. The Harlem Renaissance celebrated Black identity. It proclaimed the beauty and richness of Black culture. Words have power. They can inspire, challenge, and transform. The Harlem Renaissance saw a flowering of Black American literature. Writers like Langston Hughes, Zora Neale Hurston, and Claude McKay emerged as leading voices. Langston Hughes, a poet of the people, captured the rhythm of Harlem life. His words resonated with the common man. Zora Neale Hurston, with her sharp wit and keen observations, explored the complexities of Black Southern life. Her novels, like Their Eyes Were Watching God, celebrated the strength and resilience of Black women. Claude McKay, a novelist and poet, brought a militant voice to the movement. He challenged racial injustice and called for social change. These literary giants gave voice to the aspirations and frustrations of a generation. Through their works, they explored themes of identity, racism, and social justice. Their words resonated far beyond the streets of Harlem. They reached a national and international audience. Music filled the air in Harlem. It poured out of clubs and speakeasies. Jazz and blues became the soundtrack of the Harlem Renaissance. These genres, born out of the Black experience, found a new voice in the heart of Harlem. Duke Ellington, a master pianist and composer, led his orchestra at the Cotton Club. His innovative sound captivated audiences. Louis Armstrong, with his trumpet and unique baritone voice, was distinctive and iconic. He became a global icon. His improvisational skills and infectious energy were unmatched. These musical legends pushed the boundaries of jazz. They experimented with rhythm and harmony. Their music was a fusion of Black traditions and modern influences. It was a reflection of the changing times. The music of the Harlem Renaissance was not confined to clubs. It spilled out onto the streets, into homes, and onto the radio. It became a unifying force, bringing people together across racial lines. The Harlem Renaissance was not just about words and music, it was also a visual feast. Painters and sculptors captured the spirit of the times on canvas and in stone. They celebrated Black beauty, documented Black life, and challenged racial stereotypes. Aaron Douglas, a painter and graphic artist, became known for his murals and illustrations. His work often featured geometric patterns and African motifs. He blended elements of Art Deco with African art, creating a unique style. Augusta Savage, a sculptor, captured the dignity and strength of Black people in her work. Her bust of W.E.B. Du Bois, a prominent intellectual, is a testament to her talent. These artists used their art to challenge the status quo. They depicted Black people in a new light, not as caricatures or stereotypes, but as complex individuals with hopes, dreams, and aspirations. Their art was a powerful tool for social change. Section 5. Redefining identity and challenging stereotypes. The Harlem Renaissance was a time of great social and political change. Black Americans were demanding equality and respect. They were challenging the racist stereotypes that had long defined them in the eyes of white America. The concept of the new Black culture emerged. This term represented a new sense of self-awareness and pride. The new Black culture was assertive, self-confident, and proud of their heritage. They refused to be defined by the limitations imposed by a racist society. This new identity was reflected in the art, music, and literature of the Harlem Renaissance. It was a rejection of the old stereotypes and a celebration of Black excellence. This new Black culture was a force to be reckoned with. They were breaking down barriers and paving the way for future generations to fight for equality and justice. The Harlem Renaissance was a pivotal moment in the struggle for civil rights. Section 6, From Harlem to the World, a Global Cultural Catalyst. The Harlem Renaissance was not confined to the borders of Harlem. Its influence spread far and wide, reaching a global audience. The movement's themes of racial pride, cultural identity, and social justice resonated with people around the world. Black soldiers, returning from World War I, brought their experiences and newfound sense of self-awareness to the movement. European artists and intellectuals, drawn to the vibrancy and creativity of Harlem, flocked to the neighborhood. This cross-cultural exchange enriched the Harlem Renaissance, infusing it with new ideas and perspectives. The movement's influence could be seen in art, music, and literature across the globe. From Paris to London to the Caribbean, the Harlem Renaissance sparked a dialogue about race, identity, and social justice. It became a catalyst for change, inspiring movements for equality and liberation around the world. Section 7, Echoes of the Renaissance, Enduring Legacy and Influence. The Harlem Renaissance may have ended in the 1930s, but its legacy lived on. Its impact on American culture and beyond is immeasurable. The movement paved the way for future generations of Black artists, writers, and musicians. The civil rights movement of the 1950s and 1960s drew inspiration from the Harlem Renaissance. The themes of racial pride, social justice, and self-determination resonated with activists fighting for equality. The Black arts movement of the 1960s and 1970s also drew heavily from the legacy of the Harlem Renaissance. Artists like Amiri Baraka and Nikki Giovanni embraced the idea of art as a tool for social change. The Harlem Renaissance's influence continues to be felt today. Its themes of identity, representation, and social justice remain relevant in the 21st century. Its legacy serves as a reminder of the power of art to inspire, challenge, and transform. Be sure to subscribe for more stories that celebrate and honor the rich legacy of Black history. Until next time, stay inspired, stay informed, and take pride in our journey. Thanks for watching. Poetry is powerful. It can give voice to the voiceless. It can speak truth to power. For Black poets in the 20th century, poetry was essential. It was a tool for social commentary and self-expression. Through their words, they painted vivid pictures of Black life in America. They challenged injustice. They celebrated their heritage. They gave hope to a people yearning for equality and recognition. These poets, with their courage and artistry, helped shape the cultural landscape of America. Their legacy continues to inspire us today. They remind us of the power of art to create change. Their words remind us that even in the face of adversity, the human spirit can triumph. They urge us to fight for justice and equality. They challenge us to see the world through different eyes. The Harlem Renaissance was a period of extraordinary artistic energy. It took place in the 1920s and 30s, centered in Harlem, New York. It was a cultural explosion. Black writers, artists, and musicians flocked to this vibrant scene. They were eager to express themselves. One of the leading figures was Langston Hughes. He captured the rhythms and spirit of Black life in his poems. His words resonated with people across America. Claude McKay, another prominent figure, wrote with a fierce passion. He confronted racism and injustice head-on. Countee Cullen explored themes of identity and heritage in his work. These poets, along with many others, gave voice to a generation. They challenged stereotypes and prejudices. They celebrated Black identity and culture. They used their art to fight for social change. The fight for equality continued long after the Harlem Renaissance. Black poets across America continued to raise their voices. They wrote about the ongoing struggle for civil rights. They explored themes of identity, love, and resilience. Gwendolyn Brooks, with her powerful imagery, shed light on the realities of Black life in urban America. Maya Angelou, through her courageous and poignant words, inspired millions. She spoke about resilience in the face of racism and sexism. These poets, and many others carried the torch of resistance forward. They used their platforms to advocate for change. They gave voice to the marginalized. They reminded the world that the fight for equality was far from over. The poetry of 20th century Black poets is as relevant today as ever. Their words continue to resonate with readers of all backgrounds. They offer a glimpse into the Black experience in America. They challenge us to confront injustice and inequality in all its forms. Read their poems, listen to their words, and let their stories inspire you. Let their courage move you to action. The fight for equality is an ongoing struggle. It requires our attention and our participation. Let us honor their legacy by continuing the fight for a more just and equitable world for all. Black music is a force, a powerful expression of identity and culture. It is a symphony of experiences, a testament to resilience and creativity, echoing through generations. It is a story of triumph over adversity, a narrative of hope and perseverance. From the cotton fields to the global stage, Black music has traveled far and wide. Black artists have woven tales of sorrow and joy into the very fabric of sound, creating a rich tapestry of emotions. This is a celebration of our legacy, a tribute to our enduring impact. We honor the pioneers who dared to dream in a world that often silenced them, who used their voices to inspire change. We uplift the icons who transformed pain into power, rhythm into resistance, and melody into a movement. This is Black excellence in music, a testament to the unbreakable spirit and boundless creativity of Black artists. Our journey begins with the blues, a genre that emerged from the heart and soul of the Mississippi Delta. Born in the Mississippi Delta, this genre became the bedrock of Black musical expression, a powerful voice for a community facing immense challenges. Bessie Smith, the Empress of the Blues, captivated audiences with her raw, soulful vocals. Her performances were more than just music. They were a profound expression of the human experience. Her voice, a beacon of strength and vulnerability, gave voice to the struggles of a people. Through her songs, she conveyed the pain, joy, and resilience of the Black community. Robert Johnson, shrouded in myth and mastery, sang of love, loss, and the devil's crossroads. His music, filled with haunting melodies and poignant lyrics, continues to inspire and intrigue generations of musicians. The legacy of his music is a testament to the enduring power of the blues. The blues, with its raw honesty and emotional depth, became a source of comfort and connection for Black communities. It was a way to share their stories, their pain, and their triumphs. It gave voice to their pain, their struggles, and their hopes. Through the blues, they found a way to express their deepest emotions and connect with others who shared their experiences. This music, born from the crucible of hardship, would become the foundation for countless genres to come. It laid the groundwork for the evolution of American music. It is a testament to the power of music to transcend boundaries and touch the human soul. The blues, with its deep emotional resonance, has left an indelible mark on the world. From the depths of the blues rose a new sound: jazz. This dynamic genre pulsated with innovation, improvisation, and an unquenchable thirst for freedom. This dynamic genre pulsated with innovation, improvisation, and an unquenchable thirst for freedom. Jazz was a celebration of creativity and individuality. Louis Armstrong, a master trumpeter with a smile as wide as his talent, became a global icon. His infectious energy and unparalleled musicality shattered barriers and redefined American music. Armstrong's influence extended far beyond jazz, impacting all of popular music. Ella Fitzgerald, the First Lady of Song, possessed a vocal range that knew no bounds. Her effortless grace and impeccable phrasing continue to enchant listeners worldwide. Ella Fitzgerald's voice was a gift, a beacon of beauty and artistry. Jazz became a symbol of Black artistry and excellence. It was a celebration of ingenuity, a testament to the transformative power of music. Jazz pushed creative boundaries and challenged societal norms. The legacy of jazz is a testament to the enduring power of innovation and creativity. Black music today is a global dominance and enduring impact, exploring its influence and cultural significance worldwide. Thank you for joining me today as we explored this important piece of Black history. Remember, the stories of the past are the keys to shaping our future. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with others. Let's keep the conversation going. What stood out to you most? Be sure to subscribe for more stories that celebrate and honor the rich legacy of Black history. Until next time, stay inspired, stay informed, and take pride in our journey. Thanks for watching.
Hey everyone, today I'm diving into a topic that's close to my heart. How Black American artists have shaped culture forever, from the rhythms of blues and jazz to the powerful narratives in literature. Their impact is undeniable. So let's explore this incredible legacy together. First up, the power of music. Black American artists have given us genres like blues, jazz, gospel, and hip-hop, which have all left an indelible mark on the global music scene. Think of icons like Louis Armstrong, whose trumpet brought jazz to life, or Nina Simone, whose soulful voice became a beacon for civil rights, and Kendrick Lamar, who uses his powerful lyrics to address social issues head-on. The evolution of Black music is a testament to its resilience and its role in driving social change. Now let's talk about masterpieces of art. African American art is vibrant and diverse, spanning painting, sculpture, and photography. Jacob Lawrence's dynamic scenes capture the Great Migration. Kara Walker's silhouettes boldly confront themes of race and history. And Lorna Simpson's evocative photographs challenge societal perceptions. These artists have not only enriched the art world, but have also been pivotal in promoting racial equality through their work. Moving on to literary voices. Black American writers like Maya Angelou, James Baldwin, Langston Hughes, Gwendolyn Brooks, and Toni Morrison have left an indelible mark on literature. Angelou's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings speaks to the strength of the human spirit. Baldwin's essays and novels explore the complexities of identity and race. And Morrison's rich narratives, like Beloved, delve into the depths of the Black experience. Their works have shaped contemporary literature and promoted social awareness, fostering empathy across cultural boundaries. But it's not just about entertainment. Black artists have been at the forefront of social activism, using their art to challenge oppression and advocate for equality. Their work has raised awareness about social injustices, inspired political movements, and shaped narratives of social change. From the powerful protest songs of the civil rights era to contemporary movements like Black Lives Matter, Black art has been instrumental in bridging divides and fostering dialogue. Finally, let's talk about the enduring legacy of Black American artists. Their influence spans generations, continually shaping our cultural landscape. Their contributions have enriched global art, music, and literature, deepening our understanding of the human experience. So I encourage you to explore the works of these incredible artists, acknowledge their contributions, and celebrate their enduring legacy. That's it for today, folk. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspiring content. Until next time, keep exploring and stay inspired.
Welcome to Stories in Black American History. This channel is where we honor the past one story at a time. We are dedicated to shining a light on the triumphs, the struggles, and everyday brilliance of Black individuals who helped shape the world. Today we introduce 8 Black female attorneys who made history for women. Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris made history in 2020 as the first woman, first Black woman, and first South Asian woman to be elected as Vice President of the United States. However, before her vice presidency and presidential campaign, Harris was a trailblazer in the legal field. She was the first woman, first African American, and first Asian American to serve as Attorney General of California. As a prosecutor, Harris relentlessly fought for justice, including criminal justice reform and measures to protect immigrants. Her election as vice president was historic for the U.S., cementing her as an influential leader in both the legal and political arenas, and inspiring generations of women of color to follow in her footsteps. Taking it way back, Charlotte E. Ray made history in 1872 as the first Black woman to earn a law degree in the United States. She graduated from Howard University School of Law, breaking through the racial and gender barriers that stood in her way. Ray soon became the first woman to be admitted to the bar in the District of Columbia. Here, she began practicing law. Her career was revolutionary. She worked primarily as a legal advocate for women's rights, and her pioneering role opened the door for other Black women to pursue careers in law. Ray's legacy continues to inspire women of color in law. Sadie Alexander was a civil rights advocate and the first Black woman to earn a PhD in economics. Although her PhD was in economics, that didn't stop her from becoming a lawyer. She went on to earn her law degree from the University of Pennsylvania. Alexander used her legal training to fight for racial and gender equality, focusing on segregation and discrimination in both private and public sectors. As a passionate civil rights advocate, Alexander worked alongside groups like the NAACP to fight for equal rights. She also played a significant role in the Black women's rights movement. Her work paved the way for future generations of Black women to take on roles in law, politics, and academia. Jane Bolin made history in 1939 as the first Black woman to become a judge in the United States. Appointed to the Domestic Relations Court in NYC, Bolin focused on family law and quickly became known for her progressive approach to cases involving children, marriage, and domestic issues. Bolin was, of course, a vocal advocate for racial justice and equality, using her position to address systemic issues that disproportionately affected marginalized families. Throughout her time as a judge, Bolin worked to dismantle racial prejudices and to ensure that all people received fair treatment in the courts. Barbara Jordan. Barbara Jordan was a groundbreaking attorney and politician. She served as the first Black woman from the South to be in the U.S. Congress. After graduating from Boston University School of Law, Jordan became a prominent civil rights attorney, using her legal knowledge to challenge racial inequality in Texas and throughout the U.S. Her powerful speeches and advocacy for justice and equality made her one of the most influential political figures in American history. She was a key figure in the impeachment hearings of President Richard Nixon. She famously used her legal expertise to advocate for upholding the Constitution. Her legacy continues to influence Black women in politics and law. With no fear in her heart, Ludi Lytle made history as the first Black woman to attend an all-white law school in the United States, enrolling at the University of Michigan Law School in 1897. Though she faced extreme racial and gender discrimination, she fought through and went on to have a successful legal career, becoming one of the first African-American women to practice law in the state of Tennessee. Lytle's determination to pursue law in the face of adversity is still inspiring. Her work paved the way for other Black women to enter the legal profession. Mary Ann Shadd Cary. Mary Ann Shadd Cary was an abolitionist, educator, and the first Black woman to edit and publish a newspaper in North America. As a lawyer, Cary worked tirelessly on legal issues related to abolition. Her advocacy was instrumental in challenging racial discrimination and promoting equality for Black people. Beyond her work as an attorney, Cary was a vocal advocate for women's rights. She was the first Black woman to enroll at Howard University Law School. She was also a passionate voice in the fight for civil rights, contributing significantly to the development of legal thought and activism in her time. Loretta Lynch made history in 2015 as the first Black woman to serve as the U.S. Attorney General. This followed a distinguished career as a prosecutor, serving as U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York. She gained national recognition for her work in prosecuting high-profile cases involving terrorism, corruption, and organized crime. Lynch's time as Attorney General was especially marked by her efforts to combat police brutality, advocate for criminal justice reform, and promote equality. Not only is she a trailblazer in the legal profession, but her leadership in one of the highest legal offices in the country continues to inspire Black women in law. Welcome to Moments in Black History, where we honor the past, one powerful story at a time. This channel is dedicated to shining a light on the triumphs, struggles, and everyday brilliance of Black individuals who helped shape the world. From unsung heroes to well-known legends, we explore the pivotal moments that history books often overlook. Whether it's a freedom fighter, an inventor, an artist, or a groundbreaking event, every episode connects the dots between history and today. So if you're passionate about learning, remembering, and celebrating Black excellence, you're in the right place. Subscribe, join the conversation, and let's journey through history, one moment at a time. James Hemings, brother of Sally Hemings, was born into servitude in 1765. Enslaved by Thomas Jefferson, he was a skilled chef. Hemings's culinary talents impacted American cuisine. He worked in Jefferson's Monticello kitchens. At 19, Hemings was sent to Paris. He trained under renowned French chefs. Paris in the late 18th century was a culinary center. Hemings immersed in haute cuisine, training with Combeau. He mastered French cooking intricacies. Hemings learned sauces, pastries, and elaborate dishes. He embraced French culinary philosophy and fresh ingredients. In 1789, Hemings returned to America. He brought with him a wealth of culinary knowledge. Hemings introduced French-inspired dishes to Jefferson's table. Dishes like macaroni and cheese and crème brûlée became staples. They showcased Hemings's talent and training. Despite his contributions, Hemings received little recognition. Cookbooks often attributed his work to Jefferson. Early culinary historians overlooked Hemings's contributions. His legacy was largely forgotten. In recent decades, food historians have begun to uncover Hemings's story. They have recognized his significant contributions to American cuisine. Hemings's training in France introduced sophisticated culinary techniques to the young nation. His influence can still be seen in the dishes we enjoy today. Hemings was granted his freedom in 1796. He returned to France but tragically died by suicide in 1801. He was just 36 years old. James Hemings's story is a reminder of the complexities of American history. It highlights the contributions of enslaved people to our culture. Hemings's culinary legacy, though long denied, is finally being recognized. He was a pioneer of American cuisine. Hercules Posey, on 1754-1812. Though primarily associated with American cuisine as George Washington's enslaved chef, Hercules Posey was highly skilled in European, particularly French, cooking techniques. He managed the kitchen at the presidential residence and was known for preparing elaborate meals influenced by French cuisine. Hercules Posey, George Washington's enslaved chef, didn't formally study French cuisine in Europe, like James Hemings, but he mastered French cooking techniques through hands-on experience. He worked in the kitchens of Mount Vernon and later at the presidential residences in New York and Philadelphia, where French culinary influences were strong. In 1797, Posey escaped while still enslaved, possibly fearing the restrictions that would come with freedom at Mount Vernon, and he was never caught. Posey's escape became a part of the ongoing tensions around slavery and the rights of enslaved people during Washington's later years in office. Auguste Escoffier was a legendary French chef who transformed the culinary world and laid the foundation for modern professional kitchens. Born on October 28, 1846, in Villeneuve-Loubet, France, Escoffier began his culinary career at the age of 13 as an apprentice in his uncle's restaurant. He gained fame working at prestigious hotels like the Ritz and the Savoy, where he cooked for royalty and refined French cuisine. Escoffier introduced the brigade system, organizing kitchen staff into specialized roles to improve efficiency, a method still used today. He also simplified rich, elaborate dishes, favoring lighter sauces and seasonal ingredients. His book, Le Guide culinaire, remains a classic in culinary training. A visionary and humanitarian, Escoffier elevated cooking to an art and profession, leaving a legacy that still shapes fine dining worldwide. All right, let's take a quick trip back to the 1800s, America's bustling, ever-changing kitchens, where one man quietly changed dessert history forever. Meet Augustus Jackson, born April 16, 1808, January 11, 1852. was a business person, chef, ice cream maker, and confectioner from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Yeah, the father of modern ice cream. If you've ever had a scoop of creamy, dreamy goodness on a hot day, you kind of owe this guy a thank you. So, who was Augustus Jackson? Born in 1808, he was a chef of African descent who rose to culinary fame at the very heart of power, the White House. That's right, Jackson cooked for not one, not two, but three U.S. presidents, James Monroe, John Quincy Adams, and Andrew Jackson. Imagine the pressure of making dinner for presidents every night. But here's where things get even cooler, literally. See, back then, making ice cream was a clunky, unpredictable process. It melted too fast, it was hard to keep cold, and the flavors, honestly, kind of messy. Augustus Jackson saw all that and thought, I can do better. Jackson's big breakthrough? Salt. I know, it sounds simple, but adding salt to the ice mixture actually drops the temperature needed to freeze the cream. That little tweak changed everything. Suddenly, ice cream could be stored longer, transported further, and, most importantly, enjoyed by more people, not just the super wealthy. The flavors? Stronger, richer, and way more satisfying. If you've ever enjoyed a pint that didn't turn into soup in 5 minutes, you've got Jackson's genius to thank. But Jackson didn't stop at invention. In the 1830s, he left the White House and moved back to Philadelphia, a city buzzing with opportunity. There, he launched his own catering and confectionery business. This wasn't just a side hustle, it was a full-blown, booming operation. Jackson's ice cream recipes became so popular that other ice cream makers started copying his methods, and he supplied ice cream to parlors all over the city. What's wild is, back then, there were no patents to protect food inventions. So, while Jackson didn't become a household name, his innovations quietly shaped an entire industry. Today, chefs in ice cream shops, like Molly Moon's Homemade Ice Cream, recognize him as a foundational figure. His story is a reminder that Black culinary pioneers have always been at the heart of America's favorite foods, even if history didn't always give them the credit they deserved. So the next time you're savoring a scoop, take a second to think of Augustus Jackson, the chef, the innovator, the entrepreneur who brought ice cream from stuffy ballrooms to your backyard barbecue. Who knows? Maybe your next bite is a taste of history. Thanks for watching, and stay cool. Let us celebrate Black culinary excellence and ensuring that their legacy of innovation, creativity, and community building continues to thrive. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more insights on moments in Black history. I'll see you in the next video.
Black inventors have made significant contributions to technology across various fields, from telecommunications to computing and even healthcare. Here are some notable technologies revolutionized by Black inventors. Dr. Shirley Jackson, caller ID and call waiting. Dr. Shirley Jackson, a theoretical physicist, conducted groundbreaking work in telecommunications while at Bell Laboratories. Her research contributed to the development of caller ID and call waiting technologies, which revolutionized how people manage phone communications. Mark Dean, personal computer and color monitor. Mark Dean, a computer scientist and engineer at IBM, holds 3 of the 9 patents that led to the development of the IBM PC in 1981. His work includes the ISA bus, which allowed multiple devices like printers and modems to be connected to a computer, and contributions to the color monitor. Gigahertz microprocessor. Dean also co-invented the first gigahertz microprocessor, a major leap in computer processing power that greatly influenced modern computing. Marie Van Britten Brown. In 1966, Marie Van Britten Brown co-invented the first home security system with her husband Albert L. Brown. This system was designed to allow homeowners to monitor and control their security remotely, and it laid the foundation for modern-day home security technologies such as video surveillance, motion detection, and alarm systems. Granville T. Woods, often referred to as the Black Edison, made significant contributions to railway communication systems. One of his most notable inventions was the induction telegraph, which allowed moving trains to communicate with each other. This innovation was crucial in preventing accidents and enhancing the safety of railways. Furthermore, his work had a lasting impact on later telegraphy and electrical transmission systems. Otis Boykin made groundbreaking advancements in the field of electronics. Among his most important contributions was the development of a control unit for pacemakers, a device essential for regulating heartbeats. In addition, Boykin improved resistors, which are vital components in a wide range of electronic devices, from computers to radios and televisions. James E. West co-invented the electret microphone with Gerhard Sessler. The electret microphone is a device that has become ubiquitous in modern sound technology. Today, 90% of microphones, including those in cell phones, hearing aids, and computers, utilize this technology. West's work made microphones more compact, reliable, and affordable, revolutionizing how we capture and transmit sound. Dr. Patricia Bath, laser phaco probe for cataract treatment. Dr. Patricia Bath was an ophthalmologist and the first Black woman to receive a medical patent. She invented the laser phaco probe, a device that uses lasers to perform less invasive cataract surgery, improving vision for millions of people around the world. Lewis Latimer, carbon filament for light bulbs. Though Thomas Edison is credited with inventing the light bulb, Lewis Latimer invented the carbon filament, which made light bulbs longer lasting, more efficient, and affordable for widespread use. Latimer's contributions were pivotal in the spread of electric lighting. Dr. Marion Croak, Voice over Internet Protocol, VOIP. Dr. Marion Croak, a computer scientist, was instrumental in the development of VOIP technology, which allows people to make voice calls over the internet. This technology is foundational for platforms like Skype, Zoom, and modern telecommunications. Philip Emeagwali, Supercomputing and Parallel Processing. Nigerian-born Black inventor Philip Emeagwali is known for his work on high-performance computing. He won the Gordon Bell Prize in 1989 for using a connection machine supercomputer to achieve a record-breaking computation speed, which was instrumental in developing systems for weather forecasting and petroleum reservoir modeling. These inventors helped revolutionize fields ranging from computing and telecommunications to healthcare and security, leaving an indelible mark on modern technology. Next, the invention of the modern cell phone is attributed to the contributions of several inventors and engineers, many of whom were Black American. While no single individual can claim sole credit for inventing the cell phone, key contributions by Black American inventors have shaped the technology we use today. Some notable Black American contributors include Sakin Fani, Imetsor, Rimin Ausars, Hasis, Hausti, Arxis, and Sigas. Henry T. Sampson is credited with inventing the gamma electric cell in 1971, a technology that led to advancements in cellular technology, though not directly related to cell phones. His invention helped in the development of communication systems that later influenced mobile phone technology. Jesse Eugene Russell is often credited as a key figure in the development of modern cell phone technology. While working at AT&T Bell Laboratories, he pioneered digital cellular technology. In 1988, Russell created the concept for the wireless digital phone and communication after designing a cell phone that transmitted signals between handsets and cell phone towers. His innovations include advancements in wireless communication that made cell phones more efficient, reliable, and practical for everyday use. These individuals played important roles in the evolution of cellular technology, helping to lay the groundwork for the cell phones we use today. Next, here are some notable Black inventors and engineers who contributed to computer technology. Dr. Clarence Skip Ellis was the first Black American to earn a PhD in computer science in 1969 and made significant contributions to the field of groupware, which is collaborative software designed to help people work together on shared tasks. He worked at Xerox PARC, the Palo Alto Research Center, where he helped develop the concept of Office Talk, an early system for collaborative editing, a precursor to modern-day collaborative tools like Google Docs and Microsoft Teams. Jerry Lawson developed the interchangeable video game cartridge while working at Fairchild Semiconductor in the 1970s. His invention allowed video game consoles to switch between different games, which paved the way for home gaming systems like the Atari 2600. This concept influenced how software and programs are distributed and used across platforms, including early computers and gaming systems. Roy Clay, known as the godfather of Silicon Valley, was one of the key figures in the early development of computers at Hewlett-Packard. He helped lead the team that developed HP's first minicomputer, which contributed to the evolution of smaller, more affordable computing systems, in which his leadership at HP also helped break racial barriers in the tech industry. Dr. John Henry Thompson created the Lingo programming language, which was used in Macromedia Director, an early multimedia platform. Lingo allowed users to create interactive media, such as animations, games, and websites, influencing the development of multimedia and web technologies that are integral to modern computing and the internet. While these Black inventors may not have directly invented the first computers, their groundbreaking contributions in areas like personal computing, supercomputing, software development, and hardware design played critical roles in the development and advancement of computer technology. Their work has helped shape the computers we use today and continues to influence modern technological innovations. Forget everything you think you know about saving the planet. For too long, the story has been about what we have to give up, what we have to sacrifice. But what if I told you a different story? A story where caring for the earth doesn't just prevent loss, but actively creates abundance, especially for communities that have been left behind for far too long. This isn't a fairy tale. It's a powerful new reality being built right now by brilliant Black entrepreneurs who are rewriting the rules of business. They are showing us that sustainability isn't just about recycling bottles. It's about recycling dollars within a community, building generational wealth, and healing our world all at once. This is the story of the Black circular economy. It's a movement that challenges the old broken model of take, make, throw away. Let me introduce you to some of the faces of this incredible movement. Meet Sade Jones, the visionary founder of Loop Apparel. Sade looked at the mountains of discarded clothing our fast fashion culture produces and saw not waste, but pure potential. Her company takes old, forgotten garments, the shirts you donate, the jeans that no longer fit, and masterfully transforms them into stunning new styles. She's not just making clothes. She's weaving a new narrative for the fashion industry. Every piece her team creates tells a story of renewal, proving that style and sustainability can walk hand in hand, beautifully and boldly. Loop Apparel does more than just divert textiles from the landfill, which is a huge environmental win on its own. It also creates real, meaningful jobs right in Sade's community. She hires local sewers designers, artisans, paying them fair wages, and empowering them with valuable skills in a growing industry. This is what building local wealth looks like in practice. It's about seeing the humanity and talent in your own backyard and investing in it. Businesses like SADS can get a crucial boost from programs like the EPA's Environmental Justice Small Grants. So, what is this powerful idea that connects SADA's fashion brand and the urban farms of Detroit? It's called the circular economy. It might sound complicated, but the core idea is beautifully simple. For decades, our economy has worked in a straight line. We take resources from the earth, make products, and then throw them away when we're done. This take-make-waste model is incredibly inefficient and destructive. It treats our planet's precious resources as if they are infinite, and treats our community's financial resources as something to be extracted, not cultivated. The circular economy flips that entire model on its head. In a circular economy, there is no way to throw things to. Instead, everything is designed to be kept in use for as long as possible. Products are made to be durable, repairable, and eventually reusable. When a product reaches the end of its life, its materials aren't discarded as trash. They are recovered and transformed into new resources for new products. Waste from one process becomes the raw material for another. This creates a closed loop, a circle, where value is constantly regenerated instead of being destroyed. The path for these inspiring entrepreneurs is not always smooth. We have to be honest about the systemic barriers that Black business owners face every single day. For generations, they have been shut out of traditional pathways to capital. Studies and stories confirm that they are more likely to be denied bank loans, and when they are approved, they often receive smaller amounts at higher interest rates than their white counterparts. This isn't a reflection of their ideas or their business acumen. It is the lingering toxic legacy of historical and ongoing racial bias in our financial systems. These funding challenges create a significant hurdle, making it much harder to start and scale a business. Imagine having a brilliant idea for a community composting service but being unable to get a loan for the truck and equipment you need to get started. Imagine designing a revolutionary product from recycled materials but struggling to find the capital to rent a workshop space. This is the reality for too many Black founders. They are often forced to work twice as hard just to get to the same starting line. It is a frustrating and unjust reality that can stifle innovation and slow down progress. But here is where the story turns from one of struggle to one of incredible resilience and ingenuity. Faced with these obstacles, Black entrepreneurs have become masters of creative problem solving. They don't give up, they find another way. The impact of a single Black-owned circular business is like a stone dropped into a pond. The ripples spread far and wide, creating waves of positive change. The most immediate effect is, of course, local. When you buy a beautifully upcycled jacket from a brand like Loop Apparel, your money doesn't just go to a faceless corporation. It helps pay the salary of a local seamstress, who then spends that money at the neighborhood grocery store. The grocery store owner can then afford to hire a local teenager for a summer job. This is the magic of the local multiplier effect. Money stays home, working to strengthen the community over and over again. Beyond the economic benefits, these businesses are powerful centers for education and skill building. A repair cafe, like the ones run by Fix It Black, doesn't just fix your broken toaster, it teaches you how to fix it yourself. This transfers knowledge and power back to individuals, saving them money and reducing waste. An urban farm doesn't just grow food. It can become an outdoor classroom for local children, teaching them where their food comes from and fostering a lifelong connection to nature. The ripple effect doesn't stop at the city limits, it crosses oceans. Hearing these stories, you might be feeling inspired, and you might be wondering, what can I do? You have real power to support this movement starting today. Be intentional with your spending. Seek out and buy from Black-owned sustainable businesses. Use directories like the Black Wallet Official Black Wall Street. Discover brands making skincare, home goods, fashion. Every purchase is a vote for the world you want. Give your time and your voice. Get involved locally. Volunteer at a community garden planting day. Attend a repair cafe. Bring something broken and learn to fix it. Offer your skills to help others. Amplify businesses on your social media. Share a brand you love with friends and family. A personal recommendation is powerful and free. Your voice matters. This is more than just a new way to do business. This is a glimpse of a different, more hopeful future. It is a future where our planet is not just surviving, but thriving. It is a future where the air is cleaner, the soil is richer, and our communities are healthier and more resilient. The innovators of the Black circular economy are showing us that this future is not a distant dream, it is within our grasp. They are teaching us that the answers to some of our biggest challenges can be found in creativity, community, and a deep, abiding care for both people and the planet. This is a future where wealth and opportunity are not hoarded by a few, but are circulated and shared, strengthening the fabric of our neighborhoods. It is a future where justice is woven into the very DNA of our economy. When the communities most impacted by environmental harm are the ones leading the charge to create the solutions, the outcomes are not only more effective, but also more equitable. These entrepreneurs are not just building businesses, they are healing long-standing economic wounds and building a legacy of empowerment for generations to come. They are showing us what it looks like when sustainability and justice become one. The path forward is clear. The leaders are already here doing the work. Let's get to work.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more history and culture content. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more history and culture content.